Hey, so I'm sitting at the Perkins parking lot. I'm about to have breakfast with a few sweet friends of mine, so I'm so excited for that. But I'm a little bit early, and I thought I'd hop on because I'm away from home, and I thought I could kind of talk about this without, ruffling any feathers here. But hi, I'm Jen. Um, if you have followed me at all, or if you're new to my page, I am on a journey that of which we can no longer speak about. So I can't say the words, but let's just say that I have evolved and transformed a little bit from what I was to what you see today. And what I wanted to come on and ask about is kind of a sensitive topic. Before I get into it, I don't want it to come across as, like I'm not saying anything bad about my husband. We've been together for over 25 years, married for 24, and for the most part, we get along pretty well. We are exact polar opposites, so sometimes that can be a challenge. But when he met me, I was large. I was 330 pounds, I think, at my heaviest, and I think I posted a photo on one of my videos about that. And today I'm 164, so that's almost half of what I was when we met. And through the 25 years, I've been on too numerous to count, journeys of similar ways that resulted sometimes in some loss and a lot of times in some gain back and with a few friends. But I'm finally, getting to a point that I'm comfortable and that I feel I'm thriving. I feel like I'm kind of coming into my own. The problem is this: my husband is attracted to bigger women. He likes a fuller figured girl. And so while I no longer really believe that he would ever grow disinterested in me, he makes a lot of comments that makes it seem like that. So imagine you had a husband and you're gaining weight, and they make comments like, boy, your butt's getting big, boy, you really put on some pounds, or you need to put that sandwich down and have a salad. Imagine those kind of comments. So my husband says things like, where'd your butt go? And you're like a twig, and you have no legs anymore. So he says things that most of us would love to hear as a woman on this journey, but he says it in a way that's similar to a husband who's appalled that his wife is gaining weight. Okay, so it kind of plays a mind game on you, right? Because he's saying words that we like and hope to hear, right? It validates that we're on the right track and we're doing things the right way, but he says it in a way that's negative, I guess. And so we've had to have some really poignant and serious conversations about, at this stage in our marriage, that we should love each other for more than that, because his body has also gone through a transformation, a lot of transformation, and I still, find him very attractive and love him. Sometimes he makes it hard. He really does. But I do. In fact, I'm raising my husband is exhausting shirt today for a lot of reasons. But I was just kind of curious, like, how did your journey impact your marriage, either for the positive or for the negative? And what kind of things did you do or say, or how did you have to handle it? Because like yesterday, for example, I sat down with him and I really kind of had a moment, and I even was a little bit tearful about it because it was very emotional for me. I don't like to have conflict typically. I know he would say otherwise, but I really don't. And I want us to not pick on each other and banter, and I find it to be highly passive aggressive because I'm finding in myself that I'm having a hard time knowing if I'm joking or if I really mean some of the things that I'm saying. And I kind of suspect he is walking that same path, right? So I told him what I just shared with you, that when he says it in the way that he says it, it comes across as if a man were saying his wife was gaining weight, in a negative way. And I receive it that way, and it doesn't help me feel confident in other areas with him when I know that he views my body in a negative way. And he tried to say that, oh, he doesn't really feel that way. He's just mostly joking. And I said, it's not funny to me. So it's not a joke I feel comfortable with any longer. And I wish that you would stop it, and show me some support and encourage me. And, I feel I look my best now that I've ever looked in our marriage. And I don't think that he agrees, right? I think he sees who he married and thinks that version of me was the prettiest, and which I'm grateful for. I needed that at that point in my life. But now I told him, I said, I lived my entire life for pleasing other people, whether it was trying to gain the approval and the love of my father, or whether it was making my mother happy, or raising my son and trying to be a good role model, or being a pillar in my network when I was in healthcare, trying to be a role model. Whatever it was, I had always in my life put other people first and myself last. And I got lost in that. And for me to be lost is a huge deal. I'm a control person. It is what it is, right? At least I can admit it. I like to have control. I don't like to be in positions where I am not in control. And there's a lot of reasons for that. We can talk about them another time if you're interested. But, I felt very lost. I felt very out of control. I didn't feel good in my clothing. I'd look at pictures and I didn't like who I was. And when I don't like who I am, I think that projects itself out into my relationships, my friendships, my work environment. And so I had started this leg of my journey when I turned 50 a couple of years ago. And it hasn't been as fast of a transformation as I would have liked, but I have learned to accept that everything's in due time, right? And I decided that I'm going to fight to put myself first. And I don't want to have to fight. I feel like people should be able to be like, yeah, you know what? You've given so much of yourself to others. It's time for you. What is going to make you happy, and how can we help you find that? And I don't get that, right? So now when I push for it, it seems like I'm fighting. I'm aggressive about it. It's something that I'm passionate about right now. I need to do this for me, and I'm not backing down. And I kind of feel like if you want to be on my journey with me, then I welcome you. But if you don't, and I kind of have that same position when it comes to my marriage. Now, he assures me that, that he doesn't really feel that way, and he wouldn't really lose interest in me just because of weight loss. But then I need the comments to stop. So my question to you, like I said, in your transformation, and whether you're on a similar journey of mine, or whether you're just on a self-discovery journey, where you were similarly putting other people's needs before your own, and now you're trying to get that back for yourself. How did it impact your marriage? How did you navigate that? And do you feel better about taking that time for yourself, or worse? So let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it, because I'm kind of lost. I'm tired of feeling like, the world's biggest what, and I want to just feel happy. I just want to feel happy. I want to feel good about myself. I want to find my confidence. I want to find myself to be self-assured. I want to find myself to be happy and at peace. So let me know. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Thank you. Bye.